So the idea of precision in measurement goes like this. I have something I need to measure, and so let's say it's that right there. And the question is, well, how long is that right there? Well, the ruler I'm using here has centimeters marked out here, 1, 2, 3, but there's 10 marks in between that measure millimeters. So the precision of this ruler, precision, this ruler is nearest millimeter. And so looking at this right here, where it ends, I'm going to guess that that is about 20.4 centimeters. And note, a millimeter is also 1/10 of a centimeter. Now, is that line I measured exactly 20.4? Well, the answer is no. To the best of my vision, it's about 0.4, but it could be a little over 0.4 or it could be a little under 0.4. So the idea of precision in measurement is, to the best of a human's ability, we're usually within half of that smallest unit. So precision of our measurements, which are really estimates, nothing's perfect, is to within 1/2 of the smallest unit on the measuring device. Oh. So although I'm calling it 20.4, the actual measurement here could be 1/2 a centimeter or a half of a millimeter above or below that. So that would be half above would be 20.45, and a half below would be 20.35 centimeters. And again, I was using centimeters, but millimeter is actually the smallest measure on here. So if we were to redo this in millimeters, I was thinking it was 204 millimeters. But in actuality, it could be a tiny bit bigger, a tiny bit smaller. What's the tiny bit? The tiny bit is a half of that smallest unit. So a half of a millimeter above would be 204.5, and a half below would be 203.5 millimeters. So this idea of nothing is perfect when we measure it, it's always close. This is our way of estimating, well, how close. Similarly, if I was looking at some liquid in a graduated cylinder and trying to estimate the height of the liquid there, my measurement's not going to be perfect. It's always going to be an estimate. So looking at this right here, I'm going to estimate it at, let's see, this would be 60, 70, 80. So that right there looks to be pretty close to 75 milliliters is what this cylinder is probably measuring in. In actuality, it's not exactly 75. It could be a little bit more and a little bit less. So as far as the precision of my measurement goes, the actual measurement is within half of the smallest unit illustrated on the measuring device. The smallest unit here is a milliliter. So that means the actual amount of liquid is within half a centimeter, half a milliliter of that. So then the upper end of this measurement right there would be 75.5 milliliters, and the lower would be take that a half away, which would be 74.5 milliliters. And so the actual measurement is somewhere in there. So actual range. versus my measurement estimate here. Then this is the typical rule for the precision of a measurement. It depends on the measuring device that we're using.